Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to discuss another work by Nathaniel Hawthorne titled as Blithedale Romance. This work was published in the year 1852. Story is set in the mid 19th century and revolves around a group of idealistic and experimental individuals who collectively form a utopian community called Blithedale. So this novel is based on the or modeled on the transcendentalist Brook Farm community, and this community, which is also known by a name Blithedale, it presents utopian ideals. The novel begins with Miles Coverdale, who is considered to be as a narrator or and also a protagonist in this story. He tries to explain his decision to join the utopian community of Blithedale. He is attracted to the ideals of social reform and equality that the community represents. This novel recounts Miles' decision to join Blithedale and his experiences after joining it, and also experiences within the community, what he felt after joining community which is there in Blithedale. And this Coverdale is very much attracted to the idea of living in a close knit community which is so much focused on doing welfare of people, and also bringing social reform, some kind of social reforms and equality. After going there, he soon discovers that the idyllic facade of Blithedale community conceals within it deeper complexities and flaws. He meets different personalities in this community, such as exotic Zenobia Hollingsworth, who is a philanthropist, and a passionate monomaniac, which means Hollingsworth is also excessively obsessive and enthusiastic for something here in the story, whereas Priscilla is a mysterious seamstress and she is later revealed to be Zenobia's half sister who will receive the inheritance Zenobia thought was hers. Here, Miles Coverdale sets to introduce founding members of Blithedale, which includes Zenobia. She in the story represents Margaret Fuller. Hollingsworth is based on Herman Melville and is a charismatic individual dedicated to bringing social reforms in the community, whereas Zenobia is a feminist speaker and this Priscilla is a young woman with a mysterious past. Coverdale, by telling about all these characters, he is observing developments that is taking place in the story. This man, Coverdale, becomes ill and is cared for by Hollingsworth. Zenobia passionately loves the egoistic Hollingsworth, who chooses Priscilla over Zenobia. Zenobia, as a result, drowns herself, and Hollingsworth, now a broken man, marries Priscilla. Here we see tensions arise within this community called Blithedale. The ideals of the community clash with the realities of human relationships, and conflicts of love, jealousy, and ambition emerge. The characters, instead of working for the welfare of others, they tend to struggle with their personal desires and not thinking about collective goals of the community. This character called Priscilla, she here becomes the object of affection for both Hollingsworth and Coverdale, which leads to emotional turmoil and tension between the characters. Whereas Zenobia, who embodies feminist ideals, she challenges traditional gender roles. Her struggles and eventual tragic fate shed light on the limitations placed on women in Hawthorne's society. We begin to notice that characters which are there or part of the story, they try to grapple means hold with the question of how best to reconcile personal fulfillment with the greater good of the community, which means that here characters, instead of thinking about greater good of the community, they lost in fulfilling their personal desires. And By telling about all these things, Hawthorne awares others about the consequences of pursuing lofty ideals. Lofty means containing high sort of ideals, elevated ideals, without acknowledging and addressing the complexity of human nature. At the beginning, Coverdale had wanted to prove that agrarian socialism is the best way of life, but soon his social cause is eclipsed by his obsession with the three founding members of the community of Blithedale community who became entangled in their secrets and passionate desires. Here, by showcasing this, he wants to tell to the readers that see how founders, before thinking about creation of such utopian societies, they attract other people by forming great principles like equality, simplicity, and hard work, and then they encourage others to join and also to be part of their community. But here, founders, instead of thinking about welfare of members who are part of this community or who joined it, they are dealing with their own sort of personal desires and conflicts. So how can they think about others welfare? This he tried to present through this story called Blithedale Romance. The novel's ambiguous ending leaves readers with a sense of uncertainty and prompts reflection on the flaws and limitations of humanity's attempt to create a perfect world. So, Hawthorne, through by creating characters or presenting conflicts and narrative style, he in this novel offers a critique of utopian ideals and raise important questions about the pursuit of perfection and the challenges of creating a just society. And also, through this story, Hawthorne suggests that people's selfish desires will stand in the way of creating a successful society, utopian society. Then with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.